Okay, so in the last video I've talked about how to create a new document, and I've created this a document. So I want to share with you a overview of this Adobe Animate, so you can understand the all the tool of this Adobe Animate. It can be easy for you to work with these different tools. So first of all, when you open when you created a new document, as you can see, this is the workspace. This is where we have our document. This is the where you see everything you are creating. So then this is the timeline. It's timeline like in Illustrator, Photoshop, or other Adobe tools. You can see we have a timeline, and in timeline we have layers. So we'll talk about layers later, but I want to show you that we have this timeline and this workspace. So then on this side you have different tools. As you can see, you have this selection tools, and you have this transformation tools, and this polygon tool, wrap tool. You have different tools like classic brush, pencil, rectangle, oval tool, poster, line tool, and you have text. I think the text, it is like in Adobe Illustrator or other Adobe product like Premiere Pro and After Effects. We have this eraser tool. We have this paint bucket. We have this eyedropper tool, and we have this camera and this hand selection tool, so you can move around your document. And you have this zoom. As you can see, you can zoom in and zoom out. So let's zoom out like this. So then in this this edit toolbar, you can see we have other different tools like this anchor point tool, pen tool, anchor point tool. You have this different width tool. I think you know it in Illustrator. And you have this magic tool, magic wand, and you have this pen tool. So in this course we're going to talk about some of these tools. We'll be using like different shapes, and be using pen tools and transform tools and other different tools like this paint bucket and all of these tools. So I think you understand these tools. So on this you can see you have the menu. You can see in the menu you have different files. If you want to create a new document, you have to click on this new. Then this new document will pop up. Then you can choose different document you want to create. I think you have learned in the last video you have to create a new document. So let's treat it. In file you have different things. You can choose new from template. We don't have template right now, but later I will show you how to use different template. If you have some project you have created, we see some recent project, you can close. And this is if you want to save, you have to click save, or you can use this Ctrl plus S. You have to know this this shortcut like new document, Ctrl plus N, new template from the new from template, Ctrl plus Shift plus N. All this you have to know it. All this shortcut like publish setting, Ctrl plus Shift plus F12, publish add plus Shift plus F12. And as you can see, you have this edit. In edit you can see you have cut, copy, and paste in center. So you understand these different menus when we create something, because you cannot understand it without practice. So you can see you have different timeline. You have this preference. You can edit preference if you want to. As you can see, you have some general. You can choose theme, darkest, like this. You can choose light. You can choose lightest, but I prefer dark, this simple one. So but you have to choose the theme you want. So UI appearance, you can see you have comfortable and compact, but you have to keep it on comfortable. So a workspace, highlight different groups and symbols. So this you have as you can see, of the some code editor, but you're not going to talk about code light now. But you talk about later. We have script files, you have compressifier, text, and drawing. So some of this preference you don't have to know this preference right now, but when we create something, we continue to know many things about this Adobe Animate. So as you can see, you have some inserts like create classic twin and motion twin, create shape twin. All this you know about it. Modify, you know about all this. Modify, I think you know about text, control. So and some debug. But let's talk about Windows. So this is where you can add some other windows if you want to, like asset. You can see you have some asset. If you want to add some library, this library. If you want to add some motion preset, this is it. If you want to add some brush library, you can see you have different brush library and swatches like this, components right here. So I'm going to remove all these different windows I've opened, but I think now you can see how you can add your own windows if you want to use some all these windows. So let's remove it, this component. But also you can find some of these components right here. So as you can see, this is the color, and this is the swatches, this is the transform, this is the align tool, and this is motion preset, brush library, and layer depth. So we continue to understand this different, but to make it easy for us, because we are starting to know some of this Adobe Animate, you have to go on Workspace and choose Essential, and this is what we're using. All the tools we need, we find it right in this Essential. So I hope you have learned a lot in this video. So I see you in other one.